May is almost here, and Royal Caribbean has dropped the May certificates for earning a free cruise while you're cruising. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm James with Sea Days and Sunsets, and with my wife Kimberly and I, we dedicate this channel to all things cruising, all things travel, and a whole lot of gambling along the way. What we're here to talk about today is, of course, the conversion of the PDFs that you receive each month for earning free instant certificates while you cruise. And then I've converted those into spreadsheet format for you to do sort and filters. If you've been following along with the channel this week, you have seen that they dropped the annual cruise certificates this week. Please take a look at that. There's some interesting changes that were completely unexpected. And also, we've begun converting the celebrity PDFs into the same spreadsheets that we're going to go through today. If you get value out of this, please like and subscribe, and we'll keep good videos coming this way to you as often as possible. But let's go ahead and take a look at the spreadsheets this month, beginning with the A certificates. As I jump over to the A certificates here, I should have pointed out that I am in a hotel room in London this week and leaving for Paris tomorrow after we completed a 16-day transatlantic on the Liberty of the Seas. This was Kimberly and my first transatlantic, so we're very excited to have completed that and now to be running around Europe for about 2 weeks. We're here for another 8 days as of the filming of this video. The A certificates here are, of course, for a certificate earned on your cruise of 5 nights or less when you're cruising. And these are the PDFs that you would receive if you were to go up to the casino host desk and scan that QR code that they have there. It will open up the PDF, which is this exact PDF here, that in the link on the key tab you would be able to get to. And before I jump into that, just to point out, the link to these is in the description. If you found this video without finding the spreadsheet first, you can get this from the description. But when you're on the key tab here, if you were to click this link, it would open up, and this would be the exact same link that you would pull up if you were at the casino host desk and be able to click through to look at the points that you've earned and decide which cruise, well, how many points you've already earned or what you're going to target while you're on the cruise. But what we've done is we've converted this into a spreadsheet so that you can sort and filter these. But in doing so, I'm sharing these with everybody, and everyone can't edit this sheet at the same time. So if you want to work with this, you have two basic options. One is go up to the file and simply download it. Here's an Excel document, and from there, you can just have fun with it, do whatever you like, work with it from there. But if you want to work with it from the web, the easiest way to do that is on this data menu here and choose Create Filter View, and that's how we'll be working with it today. By doing so, it creates a personal filter view for you that will go away if you refresh the page or if you leave and come back. But in the meantime, we'll work with it here. So the first thing Kimberly and I always do is, since we're cruising together, we change it where we're going to filter to 2 guest offers. And I'll just go through and walk you through some of the things that we found for this month. The first anomaly that we found for the month is in the A offers. If you were looking at an Alaska cruise, they have the Ovation of the Seas for 1,500 points on June 5th. So we'll make this really easy, and I'll just go ahead and filter right down to Ovation of the Seas and the 1,500 point level. And we can see here on June 5th that we have several 1,500 point cruises here. And some of these are in balconies for 2 guests for this. So that's why I'm calling this an anomaly. If you were looking at doing a cruise at that time, this is an incredibly valuable offer with $50 in free play as you go through it and everything here. That is one of my favorites if that was something you were looking to do anyway. The next one that I want to point out is a 2,000 point offer. Jump out of there. It's on the Harmony. There we go. Sorry for the extra scrolling there. But the Harmony has several offers for balconies also that were here. And this one that I wanted to point out was on September 10th. You can see there's a 5-night offer in a balcony here. So another excellent one if you're looking at sailing out of Florida. This one's out of Port Canaveral, and it's a Thursday through Tuesday cruise. So it's a little bit of a strange itinerary, and that's probably why it's being offered this way, because people who are working, that may not quite fit into their schedule very well. Then some of the other great ones that are out there is the Adventure of the Seas has some great 1,500 point offers for balconies. In December, there's a 6-night cruise out there for you. The Radiance of the Seas at 1,500 points also has a 7-night with a balcony guarantee out there. And then, of course, my very favorite is always going to be, unless it's Icon, but it's going to be an Oasis Class ship that you can hop on out here. And the one that I want to point out is the Allure, which is one of my very favorite cruise ships. And for the 15th or the 29th of November, we've got these two possibilities out here in balconies that you can earn. So those are my favorites for the A certificates that are out here and what's being given. This is showing you a little bit of how to sort and filter and how to find some of these yourselves. But let's walk through some of the summaries that we've got for this month. So we have several offer categories here. The 1-guest offers, hopefully everyone understands the difference between the 1-guest offer and the 2-guest offers. But the 1-guest offers are for you, but you do have to bring somebody with as a paying guest. So these do cost extra, and you have to call in to find out exactly how much extra they're going to cost. That's why Kimberly and I always filter the 2-guest offers so that we know that we're just paying the port fees and taxes for it. And we're usually targeting for anything under the 2,000 point level there and everything. So for this month, we've got these 2,000 point offers down, which they do at the 2,000 points. We've got 600 almost 2-guest offers there that we can work with. So here's the numbers. These are shared with you in the spreadsheet, but I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the breakdown of what that means compared to last month that we've got here. So in doing so, we are seeing a pretty significant drop at the 1,200 point and the 1,500 point level, but the 2,000 point level has not seen much. The net is for the 2-guest offers, they've actually increased this by 55 offers, but you do see that those are at the 3,000 and up level there for 3,000, 4,000, and 6,500 for what you can choose to go with there. But we are seeing a net of 469 extra offers here, which I love to see. We are seeing a lot of extra offers at that 1-guest level. Not my favorite, but it's still okay. So this is the A offers for 5 nights or less cruises. Let's go ahead and jump back over and take a look at those C offers. The C offers, exact same spreadsheet format that we were just working with, but these are for cruises of 6 nights or more. You simply go into the offers tab, and we're either going to download it or create that filter view, which is what we're going to do. I'm always going to change it to the 2-guest offers. And then to start pointing out here what we want to look at in our C offers. The C offers for 6 nights or more earned on your cruise. But we're going to start out again with a Radiance class here, which is they have an ocean view guarantee on these on here in falling in the November and December timeframe. So I'm going to filter these down. We'll look at the Radiance here. You can see all these ocean views that are in that November, December timeframe. These are great value out of Tampa there. If you're sailing out of Florida, and Tampa's an easy port for you to get to. We like the Tampa port. We've been sailing it quite often recently and have enjoyed the Radiance. Also, please check out the video of the new non-smoking casino that we had out there. The next one I want to point out is out of LA. If you're on the west coast of the states there, they do have some balcony guarantees on the Navigator of the Seas for 7-night sailings, which is another really great one to get on. And another one for the Ovation of the Seas in June and August for 7-night balcony guarantees. So this is another really big one that I want to point out that again, if you're doing the Alaska sailings, this is a 2,000 point offer. And we'll take a look at the Ovation. And you can see several offers out here in the June, or actually even in May, but all the way through. But the balcony offers that are listed in the June timeframe out there on a Quantum class ship for the 2,000 points on a 7-day, I consider to be an excellent offering, especially on the sea offers here. Another great one to kind of an honorable mention out there, the Adventure of the Seas for 2,000 points in December for a balcony guarantee. And probably one of the better value offers out there right now. Again, I guess this kind of falls in the same category, but the last one I want to mention that's available, the Radiance out of Tampa also has several in November and December for 7 nights and a balcony guarantee. So these aren't exactly jumping out as, incredible offers at these levels, but we are getting some balcony offers. They're not all interior guarantees. So if you're going between especially that 1,200 to 2,000 point level, you can still get some good room categories if you're willing to accept the guarantee or if you want to just pay for that upgrade that goes out there. Jump out to summary here. We have much fewer offers, especially at that 1,200 point and 1,500 point level for 2 guests that are out there, but that's to be expected on the longer 6+ night cruises. And our category breakdown here that you can see also the summary by class. We don't get to an icon class until that 6,500 point level for any of the offers there. But Oasis kicks in at the 2,000 point level that's out there. The differences between this month and last month is we are still seeing a net positive of 845 extra offers, but we do see that reduction at that low roller level, which always concerns me because that's what Kimberly and I are looking for. What are your thoughts? Let me know if this is affecting you much or if you're not seeing what you're looking for, especially after the annual cruise offers have been put out. But for us, we are having a little more difficulty filling in the gaps. But that's thankfully because we have so many cruises booked this year and so many plans for our first full year in retirement that we only have a certain number of weeks available for us to travel. But I'm hoping that you're able to find what you're looking for and able to target what you want to go for each year or each cruise. So, what do you think? Is this going to be something that you get value out of? Is there going to be a cruise that you can pick as you cruise in May? I know we've got a couple cruises towards the end of the month, and we're taking a look at some of these and we're hoping to be able to take advantage. So drop a comment, let us know what you're thinking about taking and any thoughts you've got along the way here. But in the meantime, I wish you the best of luck in the casino in 2026.